Hi guys, Roxy Saran. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about what's the real story between Young Living and doTERRA. What are the differences and how the heck did it even all get started? I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Pull up a chair just like you would be in my kitchen, have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee with me, and we're gonna unpack this today. Be sure to hit the subscribe and bell notification and also the like. All right, so first of all, I wanna set the ground rules. Today, we're gonna be speaking about facts. We're not gonna be name calling, bullying, shaming, anything hurtful like that. That is not the purpose of this channel, nor is it any of the intention from anybody from doTERRA. That's not our culture and not in keeping with how we do things. So first of all, we're gonna only be speaking about facts today. Okay. I also want to say something that I've seen in the world of essential oils, even from the first day that we got started, was that I noticed that it's almost like a cult or a religion. It's one way or the other. And it shouldn't be that way. First of all, when I meet somebody who is already using essential oils, regardless if it's doTERRA, my first thing is to congratulate them and congratulate you and say, you're doing a great job. You're already ahead of the game. You already know about natural methods, and I'm very proud of you. That's first and foremost. You're gonna find that at doTERRA, that first of all, it's a positive environment and we're really proud of you. There are differences though in essential oil brands, and I hope you've seen that through I taught about testing or sourcing, and we'll link that above for you as well. So very important, the integrity and the sourcing. But how did this all get started? And I do want to demystify all of that today. Another thing is that you too can do your own research and just look up Young Living controversy, and you can find out for yourself. You don't have to take it from me. You can do your own research. Just even on the very first page of Google, you're gonna find your own research, Young Living controversy, and you can figure it out on your own and make your own decision. Always want you to be informed and make up your own mind. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. Be sure to go to roxysaran.com if you're ready to hop in and get started with doTERRA Essential Oils. I would love to help you right at roxysaran.com. Okay, so what's the story? Well, 3 of the doTERRA owners, we have 7 owners, 3 of the doTERRA owners used to work for Young Living. They were young executives, and they too were dependent on the products, just like we are, for their own families. And so over time, they noticed that not every one of the oils were working every single time. And really, they should work every time. And so they started to do some research, started to find out what is going on. Well, over time, what happened is that some of the oils were becoming adulterated or diluted down. And so you really never knew which oils would be right and which ones weren't. And so the executives, these 3 executives, brought this information up to the next board meeting, really just pleading and interceding that they needed quality standards in place to continue to be the world market leader. At that time, Young Living really was the only essential oil company on the market for many, many years. There really wasn't anybody else. They were synonymous with the world of essential oils, and we are grateful for the legacy and for the beginning of that, and for spreading the world with essential oils. That's how we are all here. That being said, they were fired when they wanted to put quality standards in place. And so Emily Wright, Dave Sterling, and Dr. Hill each went their own separate ways. I know from Emily Wright, she was a young mom at that time and was just caring for her children, and her husband told her, I really think you need to meet with Dave and Dr. Hill. They're both Dave and David. You really need to meet with them and talk to them. And she said, why would I need to meet with them? I'm a mom, I'm happy, I'm doing everything I wanted to do. There's no purpose for me. And he said, no. Corey told Emily, he said, no. There's something bigger that you need to be doing, honey. You need to call Dave and David. Finally, they ended up calling each other, and it was crazy because the same day that Emily called Dave, Dr. Hill had called Dave as well. So all of them connected on the same day, and they really felt just a strong urge to meet. Well, they went to their local Mexican restaurant and just chatted about really what the heck even happened. How did this happen? And they started to dream again of what it would be like to have pure essential oils in the world, what it would be like to partner with farmers in third world countries all over the world, what it would be like to give back to humanity and be a blessing on both sides of the bottle. Well, that's a great dream, and they had a great business plan after that. there was just one small problem. They needed $5 million to start. And guess what? Young executives, they didn't quite have that. So they knew they needed capital investors. They flew to New York, presented their business plan, and they were said, yes, we'll give you the money, but we want 51% control. Well, they couldn't do that, right? They couldn't give up control. Then you can't control the quality if you give up control of the money. And so they said, no, we're not going to do that. So they self-funded. They decided to self-fund. They leveraged everything that they had, their 401ks, their homes, everything that they had for their dream. They put it all on the line, and they went 13 months without pay. And that is how doTERRA was born in March of 2008, in one of the most difficult circumstances in our nation, in the United States. A poor economy, people are struggling, and today doTERRA is the #1 essential oil company in the world. And did you know that it is growing faster than Apple? It grew faster than Apple to $1 billion. I'm honored to partner with doTERRA. It has truly changed my life over the last 8.5 years. If you're ready to hop in and join me in this essential oil journey, go to roxysaran.com. I would love to help you right there at roxysaran.com. Well, doTERRA is a completely debt-free company. Now, this is important. You'll know your oils are sustainable. You'll be able to get them year in and year out. If you partner with doTERRA to create any type of income, you know that they always pay on-time payments. They have never changed the compensation plan other than adding bonuses to the compensation plan, which is very important, again, if you're creating a business with doTERRA. We have 98% exclusivity. We partner directly with our farmers. Now, Young Living says that they seed to seal, that is their brand, right? Seed to seal, that they own their own farms. Well, they own some of their own farms. They don't own all of their own farms. There's a beauty when you grow the essential oil in the right region of the world where it's going to grow chemically best for your body. So when we get our lavender from France or Bulgaria, it's going to be different than me growing lavender in Utah. It's going to be very different chemically. It can be organic, okay, but it's not going to be the best chemical constituents. Okay, so doTERRA works directly with the farmers, and that's one of the most beautiful things, is that we get to give back to people in third world countries all over the world. And our bottles, you can be a blessing on both sides of the bottle. doTERRA also does third-party testing for every batch, every liter, to ensure potency and purity. We have a 98% exclusivity contracts with our farmers, and so you'll see on bottles that say as compared to doTERRA. You're not going to find anywhere else in the world other than doTERRA. Our loyalty program is superior and more generous. If you compare them, doTERRA's loyalty program is ordering at least 50 points a month. You start to accrue percentages starting at 10%. After 13 months, you can get up to 30% back on your orders. Young Living does 150 minimum orders, and there's a max of 15% back over an extended period of time. So doTERRA is very, very generous in their loyalty rewards program, and I love that. Our shipping's $3.99, and so compared, that as well is super cheap. Essential oils from doTERRA, the integrity of the owners, I know each one of them by name, and they know me by name. Now, let me give you a little backstory of why I decided to do this video. I was actually tagged into a post recently in my online marketplace in my area in Houston. And an individual was looking for, hey, does anybody sell doTERRA essential oils? Well, people started to tag me in there, which I'm honored. All of my amazing customers, thank you so much for tagging me. But there's probably 30 or 40 people that had tagged me in this post saying, hey, Roxy can help you out, which thank you again. But there was one person in there from Young Living that said, we have better oils, we are superior. And a battle started in the chat. And I talked to Adrian about it. I was thinking, ooh, should I say anything? Should I not? We always want to take the high road, and the oils prove themselves. You can compare them, you can smell them, you can try them. They prove themselves. And so I actually stepped back and I said, no, I'm not gonna stoop down to that level. Do you know what ended up happening was other brands of oils went in there and they were literally catfighting in there. That should never happen when we're talking about essential oils. If you have the best oil on the market, it will prove itself. You don't have to do the proving, it will prove itself, okay? So I don't like that, and I never want to do that. So when we partnered with doTERRA, there's no other essential oil company that I would partner with that I would feel safe to put on my children or in my body or in my children's body other than doTERRA Essential Oils. Again, because of the testing, the purity, the integrity of the company, this is the company that I have chosen to partner with. And all of this can go to the side, but you need to do your own research for you to decide what you want to do with your life and your product. So I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please post them below. I'd love to answer that for you. Hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video. I'll be talking about back pain. So be sure to hit the subscribe and bell notification and also the like. Have a great day.